Hello and welcome to the Daily Space for today, April 22nd, 2019. Sometimes you get a Monday, and sometimes you get a Monday where actually everything is kind of working out. And I have to say, it's a super slow news day, and I'm okay with this. In just a few minutes, I'm going to be running out the front door, hopping into Herleu's car, and taking off for the airport so that I can fly away to Tucson, Arizona, where I will be giving a talk tomorrow night at the annual meeting of the Planetary Science Institute. Now, this means you're currently hearing me on a less than perfect microphone. This is because my microphone stand currently has no microphone because it's already packed. Literally, I'm running down the stairs after this is over and hopping in Herleu's car and taking off for the airport. But before I do that, I am here to put science in your brains. I have one and only one news story for today, and I have a couple of reminders. My first reminder is this coming Saturday, we are doing the 3,650 podcasts later celebration of the 10-year anniversary of the 365 Days of Astronomy podcast. We are so excited, and we hope you are too. So please plan to spend the day with us and let's just celebrate astronomy. Now, unfortunately, while that is happy news, not everything today is good. This is the kind of news that many of you have probably already heard. This is the Dragon Crew capsule. You can tell it's the Dragon Crew capsule because it's super asymmetric because it has these fabulous Draco thrusters on it that it uses when it is trying to escape. Unfortunately, over the weekend, it was locked down tight and not able to escape. So to catch you all up on the story, this picture was taken last month as they prepared to launch this little capsule to the International Space Station. All went well for the mission. They were able to recover the slightly crispy crittered capsule from the ocean, and everything went awesome until this weekend, when while they were testing the engines on the spacecraft. Oh, crud. Sorry. Thank you, our instro, for letting me know you're not seeing the correct pictures. Let me back up. So this is the Dragon Crew capsule. You can tell it's the crew capsule because it has those outlay parts, those asymmetries. Those are the Draco thrusters that it can normally use to fire itself off and jump to a safe place to be. I went to the International Space Station. Everything went well. They removed its crispied capsule self from the ocean, and all was good until this weekend when on Saturday, people along the beach caught this image of fire and smoke over by landing place 1 in the SpaceX region of Cape Canaveral. They had the little capsule tied down. They were doing engine tests and firings, and something went horribly wrong, and there was complete loss of the capsule. From what we know so far, it probably wasn't the Draco thrusters. Exactly what it was is unclear. From the news reports that I have read, everyone is quoting from the Space Flight Now coverage. So that is where I'm going to point you toward. So while they were doing the test, something went sideways. It is thought that it wasn't the Draco engines, but rather it may have been the fuel lines, or worse than that, the capsule might have lost structural integrity due to the pressurization of the capsule. So this is the way it's written on Spaceflight Now. Engineers plan to refurbish the capsule for an in-flight abort test as soon as June, in which the Crew Dragon would activate its Super Draco engines at high altitude about a minute after launching from the Kennedy Space Center on a Falcon 9 rocket. Hot fire tests of the Crew Dragon's abort propulsion system, like the Super Draco test conducted Saturday, were planned by SpaceX before the in-flight abort test. At this point, they won't be able to do that test in June. Their capsule blew up. Exactly what is going to happen, what the procedure is going to be, we don't know. Jim Bridenstine, the administrator of NASA, has put out a statement. He wrote, "The NASA and SpaceX teams are assessing the anomaly that occurred today during a part of the Dragon Super Draco static fire test at SpaceX Landing Zone 1 in Florida. This is why we test. We will learn, make the necessary adjustments, and safely move forward with our commercial crew program." Now, here are the questions that I have. Will they need to build another capsule, fly it to the ISS, and bring it back before they run it with an abort test? Will they simply have to build a new capsule and use it in the abort test? Do they already have a new capsule built that they're willing to sacrifice? They were originally planning to launch human beings potentially as early as July to the International Space Station on board the crew capsule. That is probably not going to happen now, and this starts to put significant delays into NASA's commercial crew capsule program. The Boeing capsule is already delayed to at least the second half of the year, and we don't know when in the second half of the year. And now SpaceX is delayed as well. This means that we're going to continue to rely on the Soviet Soyuz capsules for the near future, or perhaps the far future. We just don't know. But testing is what we do to make sure that these capsules are safe. This is completely new territory, and this is a new program for SpaceX. And while they have so far been pretty much explosion-free, sometimes you just can't you can't anticipate everything. And we expect these kinds of failures to occur, which is why we test so thoroughly before we let people fly to space on these capsules. So here's to quick assessment. And I'm really hoping they find this is something silly and stupid where somebody forgot to tighten something or something like that. So cheers to you, SpaceX. Keep going, figure this out quickly, and help us return to flight. And that's really the only news that we have on this particular Monday. I am going to keep things super short because I do need to go catch an airplane. But before I go, I will answer a few questions. And I am going to also say, please give us a follow over on YouTube. This really helps our channel get found. The more subscribers we have, the more it brings us up in the search engine algorithms. This is also your way of catching up on any shows you happen to miss live. Every episode of The Daily Space and most everything we do around here on twitch.tv/CosmoQuestX, pretty much all of it lands over on YouTube. So know that you might miss us live, but we're always there to be rerun as many times as you like. We are a production of the Planetary Science Institute, working in collaboration with Youngstown State University. We are CosmoQuest. We are your place to learn and do science. And we are brought to you by you. Everything we do is made possible through your generous contributions, and we are so grateful for everything that you have to give. So, thank you. I don't know how to say thank you enough for everything you do to support us and help us pay our bills day to day. And if you want to become a patron of the show, well, that's possible at patreon.com/CosmoQuestX. Join us over there and get exclusive content, get weekly updates from me most weeks, and help us know that we have an income we can count on. Thank you for the YouTube sub. Thank you. Know that if you follow, the dogs are like, we know there's treats coming. Yes, there are treats coming. Let me switch up my screen so that you can see the dog cam. Okay, go get them. They hear the noise, they know what it means. And Stella's the laziest dog ever. If you can be our patron, thank you. And just hanging out here, being part of our audience, asking us questions means the world to us. And there are a lot of free ways that you can really help this show out. You letting your friends know, sharing the word, writing a blog post, sharing us on your Twitch channel with a raid. All these little things are completely free and they really help us out. You never know when you're going to introduce us to that one person that opens all the doors and makes everything possible in a new and amazing way. So if you can, give us a share, give us a shout out, and help people know where they can find us here on YouTube and, of course, Twitch. Or we are Twitch, and of course on Twitter. So thank you, and now I'm going to very quickly scan through some questions. Hello, Ambius. You pretty much missed the whole show because I'm about to run out the door and go catch an airplane. It will not be moving. They're easier to catch that way. That was a really bad joke. That was a really bad joke. Apologies. Okay, Ed Thomas asks, will we be able to see your talk in Tucson? Congrats and safe travels. Yes, we will be live streaming it. The talk will start sometime after 6 p.m. Pacific time. That is 9 p.m. Eastern. The vagaries of it is I'm the after dinner speaker. So it all depends on how quickly they serve out all the courses. But we will be streaming that right here. Ruffs Matt asks, what happened to Ripley? Ripley was the spacesuit filled with an autonomous sensor system mannequin robot thing. I don't know. I need to find this out. You know who might know? Annie Wilson. She's much more on top of these things than I am. And thank you all for letting me know that I completely failed to switch graphics early on in this presentation. Okay, so that's all I've got. I'm now 1 minute past when I meant to end. I have no clue who I'm going to raid. Looking for someone to raid. I have too many windows open. So the place that I go to look, if you guys don't suggest anyone, thank you, Ed Thompson. Thank you. There. Okay. The place that I go to look for people to raid is the Knowledge Fellowship. It is a collection of streamers who are dedicated to trying to get more people learning. So it looks like Adam is doing coding. So Sand Experiment is doing chill stream of sand art. We haven't streamed her, so let's do that. Thank you for repeating that. I first saw Sand Experiment and I thought that was a space thing that I simply didn't know anything about, and I missed it. So thank you for repeating yourself, because I failed to understand the first time. Okay, I am going to awkwardly start the credits, and once again, this is CosmoQuest X on twitch.tv. We are your place to learn and do science. We are a production of the Planetary Science Institute, working in collaboration with Youngstown State University. We are a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to exploration of this solar system. And of course, we look beyond. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for all that you do to support us. And wherever you are in the world, have a fabulous morning, evening, afternoon, and remember to go outside and look up. Bye-bye.